What's up, beautiful people? Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. You know I do. We're back. Y'all know Jasmine, but Jasmine, still tell them about yourself. We are here, and I'm glad you're here with me.
So I am Jasmine Haynes. What am I supposed to say? We ain't going over this. I am Jasmine Haynes. I have a blog. You can find me at jasminemhaynes.com. We talk about faith, business, life, really just the evolution of us as humans. So you should definitely go check that out. And then every day, if you want to learn more words or get familiar with words, you can find me on TikTok at JMH_VIP. And every day I have a word that we're going over. We have the definition and it's used in a sentence, so you know how to speak.
Help us out.
Help us out. We need some help sometimes.
Y'all, I'm so glad she did that. I was like, wow, look at her. It's like growing.
It's really growing. Like, who are these people? I asked them, I don't know why they listened to me. You can look it up in the dictionary, but they're on the page. So come check it out. I think it's cool. Yeah.
So in this video, what we talking about today, Jeb? Sometimes me and Jeb just be talking. Yeah. So it's kind of hard to put a topic on it. But we just be flowing. Yeah. So that's why I just want this to be,
you know, idle mind. It's the devil's playground.
And they be popping back up. Y'all know when it be certain seasons that you be like, why is he? I thought I blocked. Okay, wait.
How you even find me?
How you find me? One I had to tell before. I said, you know, you bad for me. This ain't gonna work. I said, you talk. This is a toxic cycle for us. I said, you gotta go.
Back and forth, in and out. I want you, I don't want you. You get on my nerves. I love you. All of that.
It's a lot. That's too much.
Yeah.
And so he still popped up though. Again, even after I said that, I said, it make you want to do that. And then I was like, you gotta block him.
That part. Because permanency of getting rid of somebody, the permanency is what really bothers us.
Word of the day.
That's what really bothers us though.
Yeah.
Blocking somebody is like, this permanent. And you really can't never come back up in this space. You gotta come around, you gotta jump over the building
for real
to get back in here. And like, blocking is hard because it's permanent. And we don't like to get rid of people permanently.
Man, but why when we know that this person is not it? And yet we'll still try to entertain him. Like, you know, he can still watch my life. I'm that person.
It's familiar though, right? There's something safe about people that have already been there. Man, they're real safe. They're safe even if they're harmful to you.
Wow. And
that is like hard because like you want them present, but you want a different version of them.
Yep.
And you're hoping for this different version of them that you're just never gonna get. Because they are who they are, and you have to be able to accept who the person is. What they gave you is what they got, and you ain't gonna get nothing else. So stop trying.
Stop trying.
But that's
all this overworking, tired, stressed out to try to maintain this man. You be like, girl, let him go. Guys, let her go.
Let her go. He or she is who they are. And I was talking recently with somebody about marriage, and it was just like some premarital advice. And what he said to me is, women think that they can change men, and men think that the women will never change, and both of them are wrong. And it was like, man, like, you know, men are like, I got her. This is who she is. She ain't gonna change. Yes, she is. And women go into it like, I can make him somebody different, and you can't. He is who he is. So if that's not who you love, if you can't love the entirety of them, then they not the one. And you gotta let it go. Push block. Just push.
Trying to make it work.
Yeah. That's for social media. Because sometimes we want to stunt. Okay. Sometimes you want to stunt on social media. Like, I might not be engaging with you, but I want you to be able to see what it is that's happening in my life.
I'm that person.
But that also leaves it open for you to not be on their stuff too. Why you scrolling on his page? He don't care.
He don't care.
She don't care.
Stop that. He don't care.
And you gotta let it go. When they don't care, they don't care.
And once you start doing that type of stuff and then see them popping up with somebody else, whatever, it just escalates stuff for no reason.
Absolutely.
When you should have disconnected in the first place. But like you said earlier, something about them still being around, it makes it comfortable or easy. And it's like, no, like they're an ex for a reason, right?
Yes.
They exited out. Let them go ahead and stay where they at. Change people's names in your phone. Like for me, I'm not a blocker for the phone number. I can block you off of social media, but I probably won't block you like from my phone, which is backwards. And it needs to be all of that. Sometimes we have to be extreme.
Yep.
We don't like it. And then one time I went extreme and I didn't like that I went extreme, so I went back on Instagram and unblocked them. But now when you unblock, y'all don't follow each other no more. So I would have to go back and follow him. Yeah. And so now he knows that I said, oh, this I'm hot.
It's too much.
Just forget it.
It's too much.
It's too much.
It's too much. But you know what? I had an issue blocking the numbers, but it was always because like, well, what if they need me? How arrogant is that? What if they need me? Who am I?
Yes, ma'am.
They don't need you. They need God. They need God.
That's first, foremost.
And
I don't care what none of y'all look.
That's what they need. They don't need you, and don't put yourself in this position where somebody else can use you as their crutch. We hate being used, but then we leave the door open to be used. Jasmine, they don't need you. I had to tell myself that. So now it's a little easier to block. I'm not saying it's extremely easy. I still struggle with that because it's the permanency of it. Like if I block you, if you are reaching out to me, I never know.
I never know.
I'll never know.
That, y'all, I know y'all just felt that part. If I blocked them, I would never know. And so it's like we still want them, as she mentioned earlier, we still want them around in some kind of way. Yep. And it's like or access to us in some kind of way. So let me just leave this available. And it's like, no.
They don't even deserve access to us though. That's the thing.
Yes,
they don't deserve that. I felt that they don't deserve access to you.
Do anything. We give people that just got here.
Yeah.
All the love, time, affection, like praise, and child, he just opened the door for you, and that was it. He called you twice a day, and you said he's the love of my life. He did everything. I can't live without him. Child, how did we get to that point when these people have done the bare minimum? Not to say that we go off of people words, right? We ain't out here trying to people please and all these different areas, but like the person still has to show themselves,
right, to
show that they value you, that this is actually going to be something that they're going to carry or hold tightly. And so I'm quick to give somebody that accolade. So quick, I'll be like,
and I'm the opposite. You know I'm the opposite.
Usually me and Gabby right here, but sometimes when a guy, I'm like,
yeah, I don't know what she be on. Cause I'm like, that's what he's supposed to do. Like he don't get credit for. Yeah. And you don't. It's not that you're not grateful. It's not that it's not good, right? But like you don't get all of this extra credit for what you are supposed to do. Good for you. I'm grateful. Somebody opens the door, I say thank you every time. It don't matter how many doors we go through. It could be 7 doors consecutively, and I'm going to thank him each time he opens the door. But I'm not about to say you're the love of my life because you opened 7 doors. Like you were supposed to do that. That is my expectation. And when that's my expectation, I'm not giving you only get extra credit for going above and beyond what I expected.
No, that's real.
You can't just be like, oh, okay, he called. He was supposed to.
He's supposed to. No, for real. And I was that person, like, well, he good. Yeah. Like, I'd be like,
the basics. You'd be like, oh, this. I can see a future with him. Like, all he did was the basics.
Listen to what Janae just said. That's the base. That's the given requirement.
Correct.
To even just talking to me. So that's even before really, like, just talking. Well, I don't know how y'all define each stage, but like just talking / dating. I call it those the same.
Yeah, same.
Okay, so like that's the given.
That's it. This is what you're supposed to do. It's like this is the entry fee.
Man,
this is what it took to get my number. You opened the door, okay? But there's more to that. there's so much more to a man, and a lot of times, and fellas, it's so much more to women than just saying thank you. Like, oh, she said thank you for opening the door. Like, that shouldn't mean that I am somehow different than everybody else. Even though everybody may not be grateful, it's just the basics. That's nothing more than an entry fee. This means that now you get some of my time, but there's so much more than that that is supposed to happen. And that, this reminds me of Ephesians, where God will do exceeding abundantly above all we can ask or think. He doesn't just do the basics. He does exceeding, and that's what he gets credit for. He gets credit for going above and beyond.
Yes.
And then when we're dating, we're like, we just need the basics.
It's crazy. And then that's when we go into that mode, that shift of, or that the shift of compromise, right? Like, because he's now done the bare minimum, that's what he's not going to just keep doing for some guys, not everybody, but they're going to start doing the bare minimum, and then that's where he feels like he's the top, or that's where now he's like, well, I didn't know you wanted me to do more than that. Like, I didn't know you now you requiring more from me. And I was like, well, yeah. But that's where we have to have that conversation though at the beginning, and just having the conversation in general, which I'm glad you said, was that this is the basics.
This is the basics.
And so then women get with guys and they're just like, well, I mean, he does this and this, and it's like, well, sis, you know you deserve more than that, right?
Correct. But see, that comes from knowing your value.
Let's get back to that. I just talked to somebody about that.
That is, see, the basics, it's not appeasing to you when you know your value. When it's like, I'm worth this. Like, this is not something that you're like, you don't, how can I best say it? This is who I am, and so because I am this person, you have to do that. Because of the way in which you value me, because I'm that valuable, right? And when you value yourself, your expectations of what it is that a man or a woman will do for you, it increases because you value yourself,
right?
And he must value me too in order for us to go to any other level. Like, my male friends open doors for me. I step out the way. I get out quick, so they can go ahead of me and open the door, because just as a woman, right? And not even necessarily, we don't even have to go to dating. As a woman, this is how much you should value me. In the same way, I'm going to assist you in whatever ways that I can, because this is how much I value you. But you have to know what you're worth.
Man. And that's what I told somebody earlier, because they was like, well, how do you know the difference when a person even comes in, right? How do you even know the difference between what their role is during that time when they present themselves? And I said, well, first off, if you know yourself, right? First know yourself, and so what Jasmine just mentioned. And so then, because I know myself, I'm able to assess what this person is when they come in. I mean, I have to evaluate, okay, is this person me? Do I have to minister to them? Am I helping them in certain area of their work? I said, are they just friends? Are they a distraction? Like, what is it first? And if we can be honest, sometimes if they fine, I don't want to ask the question.
Come on now, talk about it.
Y'all, if they fine, I don't want to ask the question.
Because I want this to be what I want this to be.
I want this to be what I want this to be. Y'all, I be getting in trouble because I'm gonna say the devil. The devil don't bring me ugly people. Okay, so in my case, they're not ugly. When they're ugly, that's easy for me to do. I'm like, okay, nope. I figured this out real easy. But when they are something that you been wanting, looking for X, Y, and Z, it is harder to assess what role they are playing. And
well, distractions can't be something you don't want.
It
wouldn't distract you.
It wouldn't distract me.
I'm just here to help you. Here, what you need? Because I'm trying to get rid of you as soon as possible. This ain't it. It has to be something that looks good, that is appealing to you, in order to distract you from what your purpose is. That makes sense. That makes sense. He not about to send no ugly Billy.
Nope. And if any of y'all let the ugly Billy get you, You should let nobody get you, but come on, sis. Come on, sirs. But yeah, so that's when we were talking about that. I said, wow, yeah, I think a lot of us just don't want to know what role they have to play right now. Because I'm like, no, I may, but with Lauren, I may want him to do something else, though. Like, can he just be like a side man? But no, like, we have to assess that first, and then it allows us to move accordingly. And then you already know, like, it eliminates hurt, healing. Like, I don't have to go through certain things if I would have just asked Lord what it is or listened.
Let me tell you, because you just talked about that going through hurt and that healing process, and a lot of people say, oh no, I needed this. God brought this to teach me something. Like, I don't know what type of father y'all think y'all God is, but my God is not that type of father. He's not going to bring a situation into my life to hurt me, to teach me something. Like, that just is not how you teach. You don't teach through pain. Now, you can learn from pain, but you don't inflict pain upon somebody just to teach them a lesson. And that's so important that, like, you don't have to go through this stuff. We don't have to go. We can say no.
We can say no.
This temptation can come. He or she can walk in and try to take you off your square, and all you have to do is no, get thee behind me, devil. Jesus told that to his friend. He told Peter. Jesus said to his friend, hey, get thee behind me, devil, because whatever you talk about want to distract me from the purpose. I'm going to the cross. That's my purpose, right? So whatever your purpose is, when it's somebody who's coming in to distract you from that purpose, get thee behind me, because I have too much ahead of me. And I don't have to hurt in order to get where I'm going. I don't have to hurt to learn I can just open the Bible. I can pray. I can watch all these other people's problems.
Child, if other people's problems don't help you.
That's the best. I learned so much from watching. I don't have to experience in order to learn. Like, that didn't work for them. Let me pay attention. Why is that not working for them? Oh, because he didn't really care about her, or because she was this and he was. You don't have to go through it yourself, and then that's because that delays that. Whatever it is, and whoever it is, you don't have to go through this broken phase and this healing phase. All of that delays everything that's coming for you, everything that God has for you, because now you have to go through this additional step that you wouldn't have to go through if you would have just blocked the distraction to begin with.
And of course, if you're in this phase, because is this from the conference? Yeah, this is from the conference. So one person said God will make a mosaic from your broken pieces. And it will turn it into a work of art. And so I was like, so when you mentioned that, I had to look back at my notes, and that's exactly what I thought of. So like, he is able to still put you back together, and the key word is God putting you back together. And so him being your source to go back to where you were, or even new. So him restoring you fully. And so that you can still fulfill it, because at the end of the day, he's still gonna look for us to be fulfilling what he told us to do.
Absolutely.
That's the number one priority, and a lot of us miss it because we want to be with somebody so bad. So we cause so many. We don't realize how much delay we are causing, and how much hurt because of our decision causes other people to get delayed too, right? Which I don't like to think about. I'm like, I'm not trying to delay nobody else. If I'm not walking in my person, I'm not helping the person also be. So
that's a word. It's not just you.
It's not just you.
It's not just you who are hurting because you're hurt.
But Jasmine, like, I'm gonna be that person that's listening, right? Like, but I thought I liked him. Like, I really did. Like, he was really good, though. Like, he was.
But see, he can be really good, and you can really like somebody, and they just not the one.
They just not the one.
And internally, you know. There's an inner knowing every single time. And you may not be able to put your finger on what it is. Like, I don't, but he's just so good, and he does this, and he does that, and he brought my mama some chocolate. You got all of these good things.
She cooks so good.
And it's just, you don't have peace, though. That peace, that inner peace, that peace that passes all understanding, you don't have that on it, and you can't figure out what it is. You just know that ain't it. And because you feel like you can't put your finger on it, you ignore that. You ignore that still small voice, like you ignore that.
And can I add on to that? We try to figure out what it is, and when we don't figure it out, like let's say the next 30 minutes. All right, next. So when you said that, I was like, I'll be like, I don't see it. Well, okay, well, maybe I'm hungry.
crazy. I'm just
crazy. Look,
poor mom. Like, wait, what? No. And it might take time to seek it out. And that's okay. And you may never get clarity until later.
Mm-hmm.
You might break up with somebody. You don't. There's been times I broke up with people. I'm not sure why I broke up with them, but this just, sorry, this ain't working.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever it is, it's just, this is not it. And it wasn't until he got with his next girlfriend and I saw the destruction of that relationship because of some baggage that I did not know he was carrying at the time. And I saw that relationship fail, and I was like, thank you, God. Thank you, Lord. Like, you did it again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I couldn't in that moment put my finger on why this ain't working.
That's great.
Why, Lord, why is this not? This just seems like that this would be right. This makes sense. We make sense. He is successful in his area, and I'm successful in my area, but this is not right. And I didn't, when I cut it off, I didn't have an intelligible reason.
Wow.
Like, well, what is it? Maybe I can work on it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
And sometimes I don't want to know the reason. I'm gonna go this direction.
Yeah.
I don't want to know the reason because I know me as a woman, I'm gonna want to help.
You want to fix it?
I want to fix it.
Come on now. Come on, fix it.
And I'm not supposed to be fixing this house. This house is not in my name. This house is not in the right foundation. I don't own this land. And so I need to go. I need to leave.
Come on now.
I gotta go.
That was good.
Oh, praise the Lord. I like this conversation. Did y'all like it?
This is good to me. I need to go back and watch this myself.
Wow,
This is good.
look, truly. So yeah, y'all, you know, if you got something from this, if you have a story that you want to tell us down below, or anything that you learned from your own experience or somebody else's experience you watch, let us know down there. Let's have this conversation going to flow. I'll make sure Jasmine is down there too.
I'll be there.
Okay, and girl, guys, yes, this was good.
This was good. This was good for real. I'm gonna ruminate. Word of the day.
I'm
gonna ruminate on that a little bit. That was good. This is good.
Jasmine, let them know how to find you.
You can find me on TikTok doing words of the day at JMH_VIP. You can find me on Instagram at Jasmine M. Haynes. And I have a blog, JasmineMHaynes.com. Check me out. I would love to engage with you on those platforms.
That was good. Yeah,
I want to see how you about to edit this, because that's good.
This going to have to be 2 videos.
This is really good.
That was good.